Oh, now it's on. Nice. Welcome everybody, my name is Johannes. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching a replay of my live stream over on Twitch. Right. First order of business. Transport. The sugar beets. Right. Morning was since last time we played, or rather this entire morning, I've been adding some mods, updating the ones we already have. Trying to figure out why we're running on so low FPS, relatively speaking. Let me just clean this window. Also, I've managed to change the height again of my player. I think it's like control plus scroll wheel maybe to do it. Because I'm not supposed to be this tall. I don't know what's up with that. Let's see. It's not just scroll wheel, is it? Oh, it's just scroll wheel. Nice. Should be a midget. My height. A basketball player's height. If you are a bit shorter, right? All the machines look a little bigger. Wait. This thing needs a service for sure. Getting trickier and trickier to offload into the barn. So I have this mod that is, let's see if that one does it. That is annoying. I'm also trying this new steering thing. Don't know if I'm a fan. Basically it's more like a real steering wheel, as it leaves the steering sort of where it is. And maybe if I find the right settings here for strength, that it will feel normal. It has the potential for sure. Look at the sunrise. How's the game volume for you guys? The goal with this steering mode I installed was to make driving at high speed feel more natural. And I think it could do that. But unfortunately at the expense of driving slowly. We'll have to reevaluate if it's worth it. Could be. Has the potential. Alright, we had one more vehicle on the road to offload. This is where we ended off last time. So we had a contract set to drive here, I believe. See if we can make him do it now. Blocked by an object, huh? Is that object a car in front of you? Well, I'm fairly sure you can fit alongside, but let's do that then. Go. Aha! That worked better. Oh, right, we have course play as well. I have never tried this, and I don't know how difficult it is to get going. I don't even know how to get started. That's the editor. Right. No idea, I just started. Right, so is this empty? It is. The question is if it's difficult to steer because I'm so used to the normal way of doing it. So I'm giving this a couple more shots. Let's lower it to like 70%. That seems better. Another mod I installed is the weight under the speedometer. So this weighs 24 tons, this train. And constantly increasing as we're picking up more beetroots. Sugar beets? Yes, sugar beets. I just remember we have another new feature. I don't know how it works, how long time it takes. Is it that thing? There we are. Look at that. Do 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 do. Hello. Oh shit. Have I managed to turn on super strength? Because I'm throwing things around. I had clicked so many buttons. HUD. Help window on. Super strength is alt. Is it off now? How do I get in it? Enter? X? At least I can't throw it around anymore. Taxi will arrive soon. Can I get in the taxi by rotating through my vehicles? No. So I kind of don't know how to use it, which makes it... So the idea is that I want to disable teleportation for realism's sake. And to get around, I was thinking of using this taxi service mod. If I can manage to figure out how it works, that is. So the driving at high speed, this mod has made easier. Oh, maybe not. No, it's still scary as fuck. Whoa. Whoa, yeah, scary as fuck. That's it. Off. Oh, but then again, it really helped with the bobbing of the camera. Is it worse now? Have I fucked it up? Be right back. Right. Camera rotation. Off. Off. Yeah, that's better. I think the camera rotation is great if you're using a steering wheel, but on a controller it just makes it so wobbly. That's making me at least dizzy. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Oh, this is my problem though. Look at that. Why is it so swayy? I mean, we're driving with a pretty heavy load and no front weight. Maybe we should get a front weight for this tractor. I think it could be about time to bring out the wheel loader and push the pile back up. Or maybe even argue that this bay is full. Now there's space in there. Like far back in there. We don't have the ceiling height though to get stuff up there. So we need to push it. We have quite a lot more sugar beets, but it would be nice if we could only fill this one bay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to push it up there. Then the question is, where do I have my bucket? I think my bucket, unfortunately, is in the shop. Oh no, oh no, don't fall down. It's up at the stone quarry. Maybe I can push with the silage fork. Alright, now I know why it feels weird. Free steering is on. But maybe I can learn to like free steering. Maybe that's a good thing. Cannot use the silage fork. Makes sense. It will all fall in between the tines. And since we didn't have the auto rotate on, auto auto return. That's why it felt so weird when we were driving the other tractors. Because now to make it stop steering, I need to turn in the opposite direction. And that requires quite a lot of extra input. And it was a little difficult at first. Right, we can drive right over the field. Right, so someone thought it was a good idea to park vehicles in the way. Or trailers, rather. And that's me. Now I have to pay for that mistake. I didn't expect to need the bucket, you see. I know how wrong I was. Let's park it alongside the building instead. Just realized we can make a road leading down there so we can drive straight through without needing to turn around when we go to the lime crusher. Since this is the fill station, right? Imagine if you can drive down to the road from here. That'd be pretty convenient, wouldn't it? Oh, I just remembered we had a time-sensitive mission. Ooh, and some red lights in our production. Since I need to go down anyway to get the tractor. We're delivering grass, a small quantity, but still worth doing. Don't remember how much it was they wanted for the contract. 13,000 liters. I have 4 minutes to do it. Can this trailer fit 13,000 liters? I don't remember. Because otherwise I don't have a trailer quick enough to do it. And where we're supposed to deliver? 4 minutes. And that's in real life time, 4 minutes. Oh my. Oh my. I do think I have that much grass though. So that's the upside. Can we get 13,000 liters and drive it to the animal dealer? Yes, we can. Okay. I could accept the contract to put some pressure on. There we go. You see, if I fail the contract, I have to pay up all the contract would have given me, which is only 1,300 or so. It's much worse if you have one of those 500,000 contracts. It can be expensive to fail it. And you get to pay that no matter if you do like 90% of the contract or not. Anything but 100, you get a full fine. I think an Ebbe has woken up! Buddy! Buddy! Oh look, my trees has grown. Oh shit. It's driving fast. Thought I could overtake the red car, but I couldn't. Teet teet! Collect. That's nice. That's like the third contract I make. 160,000 liters of cotton. Holy moly, that's a lot. One bale is 20,000, and I did for 6 bales. So 6, it's 120,000 liters. That's almost half a mil. Yeah, in value. But I don't have it. Plus, I want it for my spinneries. I wouldn't want to sell it. You want to build a train? Okay. Okay. But then I'll catch you. Catch you. You want to build this train? Then we have to clean this up first. No. We don't have any space. Yeah. We need to clean everything up first. Yeah. We can't put the train like this. It's too much work. Put it in the back. Okay. It's all. Will you help? If you don't clean it clean the Duplo? Aw. Please. You don't want to clean the Duplo? What a question. I know I had some red signs on this place. What were those? Where do you enter this building? Can you... What is the object I'm trying to pick up? The door itself? Is the sign? Oh, I guess if the sign has been broken off, you can lift it. That's true. It has water, but it's missing straw. Right. And I don't have more straw. But where do you enter it? Siri! No teeth? Are you want to hide from Mama? Yeah, you'd rather be with Daddy. Because you don't want to get your teeth brushed. No teeth.
Please.
No, not that one. What's that? I need that. Little man. Are you hungry?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. If you go to Mama, Mama will help you with food and teeth brushing. In the opposite order.
Eat.
Yeah. Num 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 num. Mm-mm. Whoa, no. Don't push it away. No.
Mine.
No, it's Daddy's. But no. Don't you break it. Look. That's no good, buddy. We can fix it, but don't pull at it. If you go to Mama, she can help you. No, don't pull. But you can go to Mama and she'll help you. Okay, where you going, little man? Oh, hey. Oh. You're the best, Abba. Bye bye, Abba. Ooh, maybe it would be a nice thing to do to build a road going straight up here. Because now I'm like driving through the grit that you offload the wood chips on. But it would make sense to make that road going through that little woods. Siri, would you mind doing that in the bathroom and stuff? Is it slim enough? No, not really. I have to reverse out of here. Oh, so the settings are per tractor. Or what? Because this tractor does not turn its wheels. It stays where I leave them. But this tractor, the wheels rotate back. Is that because it's 2 wheels there? No. So it's like, what, is it per tractor? Very strange. But I think we've concluded that we didn't like it. Let's try to figure out how this taxi thing works. I'm gonna drive over my crops. Yep. Hop in. How do you hop in? None of the normal buttons work. Maybe the same? No. I wonder if I have to just stand like completely still. So now I'm not moving. I cancel the taxi. And I'm gonna request a new one from here. It's not directly clear how that's supposed to work. It doesn't show up as a button I can click. What happened there? I wonder how much sugar beets I destroyed there. I mean, I only flattened a few, right? Anything fun on sale? Cultivator. Oh, look at this old beast. And the hay squeezer. This hole needs to be flattened. Oops. Wrong button. I don't think that's gonna be enough. Is that level? It looks very unlevel. It's a little bumpy, but it's fine. I mean, it's a field, it's not a racetrack. And the grass, as soon as we go in and plant, I don't think we're gonna have to plow it to make it a field. I think cultivation should be fun. We'll see. Oh yes, it's gonna be so nice with the road there. And then we maybe make this more of a highway through the forest, as it connects the farm so well. Like remove a tree or two. Oh, I just remembered. We have not yet pushed the beets up the hill. The thing. Maybe the bucket isn't so good for this, as it sort of tends to scoop. Maybe a telehandler as well is a better idea. Because then I don't even have to get in here. That's the big difficult part, to drive on it. I think we better try with the telehandler. So this thing also has the adaptive steering, free steering off. That's better. I'm not sure, but I don't think I have a suitable bucket for my telehandler. So that would be something we need to purchase. Let's see what that would be. Telehandler tools. Universal bucket, maybe? It does definitely sugar beets. Maybe that's the only option. I mean, I bet there's a lot of DLCs, but that's the only one I have that can do it. Let's do the normal one. Thank you. Quite affordable. So have I fucked up the steering settings for everything now? Oh my. Maybe I need to not be in a vehicle. And that will sort of change the default vehicle setting. Doesn't work though. Doesn't show up. Oh damn. I may or may not have fucked things up. Well, I can tip? What? Got a bit angry there. Sorry. This is not working out as I intended. Right. I mean, it kind of looks like we've reached the maximum height in here. And that might have been why it said it couldn't perform action here. And this isn't really long enough to extend over the whole thing. So hindsight, this should have been done from the beginning. Now it's a little late. We must surely be able to figure this out. I don't think we're screwed. I think there's a way. Well, that kind of was not a failure, but it didn't work as well as I wanted to because the heap is so long that the range is not enough. Now my next question is, can this or any of these belts move this product? And there's only one way to figure that out. Well, there's probably several ways of figuring that out, but belts. That one can. This one doesn't specify. None of these specify. Does that mean yes? That one definitely can. What? Loading this machine with potatoes or sugar beet will create nicely packed pallets you can sell. Alternatively, it can load conveyor belts with sugar beets or potatoes. What? I had no idea you can make pallets. That's pretty nice. Good morning, Kron. You know, there's only one way to find out if it works or not. And that is to try. You can start by putting this thing away. I've been meaning to move these like all harvest season because they're kind of in the way, to be honest. Finally getting to it. On like the final 2 truckloads. I'm not confident that we'll manage to get this one out of here because someone has driven into it with a tractor and sort of jammed it. So we might be semi-stuck, but we'll give it a try. And now if we make like a 10-point turn, maybe we can get this get this thing out. So getting stuck on the hoses, yeah. Doing well, Kirun. How are you doing? Oh, oh. Haha. And then we lower it to get in the barn. Haha, haha. Right, let's see if that works. We still don't know that it will or won't. Tip out of grain door. Not seem. Oh! Oh! Yeah. What a clever way to fill the bag. Nice, Krum. How did you manage the forks? Have you done it yourself, or did you hand it in, or? Aha. So why did it stop offloading? Maybe that side is full. So I need to move this thing a little bit. Yeah, next time definitely be pushing more frequently with the telehandler to move the stack up as we go. Also, you can change the rotation on a per vehicle basis. I guess it's probably smart and nice when you figure out how you want to use it. So maybe you want to have different steering return speeds on different vehicles. I mean, I like to say that this works, but at a very limited capacity. And this isn't the final load either, so I might have to come up with something different to deal with this. All right, I just realized I can dump these in the sugar factory. Because I don't think that's full. I don't want to do the second bay because the second bay would be so nice to fill with cut sugar beet. Or park vehicles in it. Since I only have like 1 or 2 loads more I will not need a second bay now that I realize that I can deliver it to the sugar mill. Oh, right. Back. Oops. Hi, Torben. Thunderbrew, I actually heard of someone who prefers 17 and in a sense 19 over 22, with the argument that they have had more time in development. I don't know that that is true. I would imagine they stopped developing it when they start with a new one, but maybe he meant the mod community. Personally, I couldn't go and play the old ones because the graphics is just so nice in this game. So it's not that they haven't aged well, it's just they've been replaced, in my opinion. Thunder, if you never played 22, you don't know what you're missing out on, right? And it's not just the graphics. There's a lot of like new ways of doing things in 22 that is just so nice overall. I'm having these blackouts. Did you see that blackout, chat? Did it happen only on my side or was it on yours too? The whole game just went black for maybe seconds. That's definitely an advantage. Dude, that telehandler make you realize how big this barn is. Look at that thing. Sure, this isn't the largest thing in the game, right? I don't think it is the largest telehandler of them. I remember picking like a decent size. Is it this one? 1033? Yeah. So it's like it's capable, but it's not the biggest. 8.3 tons. There's not a lot of stats. There's not a lot of stats on like lifting height and capacities and stuff, which would be so cool, but we don't have that. So we have to judge based on weight and horsepower. This is 8.3 tons, and these are 10, 12. Though I'm not sure these extend as far. Maybe they do. But this is a mid steer rather than a four-wheel steer. I think this is also a mid steer, yeah. And this is four-wheel. Yeah, this is four-wheel steer. I don't know if four-wheel steers are more agile. I just prefer how they turn. So perhaps another one wouldn't really give me any additional benefits when it comes to, say, lifting height. And that's okay. I don't think we have anything left in the spout, but I'll try to put it in this corner just in case. No, it's empty. So we're gonna move these conveyor belts out of here, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be using them. But for now they can stay. And let's jump up to the field we're harvesting sugar beets in and empty it. Right, so we have one small strip left to harvest. I don't even think this will fill up the tank. If so, I have that trailer over there with the 8RX on to put it in. Should torque instead of horsepower? Or maybe. It's just to my knowledge, tractors are always measured in horsepower. I mean, just look at John Deere, right? The naming scheme on the bonnet of the machine is the horsepower. At least I think so on this machine as well. Yeah. It's the 410 8RX 410. And on the 9RXs, I don't have a 9RX to show, but like we can go to the shop and look at this. Oh, they don't have that. Maybe it's on the older models where they don't actually list them as 8RT, but they list them as a 8310 RT. But maybe that's like pre-2020 they did that. Like that. 9420R. Meaning that it's the 9 series and it's 420 horsepower. And R meaning that it's wheel. And RT is 2-track. Like this. And RX is quad-track. So I don't know when they stopped writing the four digits on the hood, like this, 9470. $95.20. So I wonder if the 520 is wheel horsepower and 570 horsepower is the crank horsepower. Or if they just underrate them in the naming scheme. Because the 570 have 628 horsepower, which is quite a lot more, but it could be crank versus wheel horsepower. Could. So wait, is the grain tank full or is he done for the day? Looks like the tank is full. see if we have any more sugar beets to offload. Nope. 0. Dude, this pig is so dirty. Just look at it. It's done, what, 3 fields this season? 4. Yeah, 4 fields. Definitely deserves a washer. Haven't made a road there yet, but we're gonna make a road there. Oh, it's gonna be so good. And then through the woods down. The alternative is to take the pre-existing roads. The problem with that is that there are it's like a serpentine road because there's so much elevation difference. When you're driving with a trailer, it's so easy to get stuck. Do we have any more to harvest? I think we're done for the season. Looks like it. We have grass to harvest, so we still have work to do. We have some fields where we can get going with the what did I plant up here? Did I do? I did wheat, didn't I? Yeah. Got greedy. Right, we had the idea that we would buy a smaller combine head. Ah, it's gonna make a difference. I think that the storage building turned out fantastic where it is. Looks apart for the site, and the size is awesome. Not too big, not too small. Heck, I managed to harvest all of my feeds and put it in fields and put it in one bay. So for future, it's really just the right size. And I can even park machines in there if I saw this higher. Now I don't think I'm gonna do that this season, and this whole area is gonna be for machines probably. But for now, I'll park it somewhere else. Will it fit in this driveway? Or is it too long? It's sort of... Oh. That works. I'm okay with that. And I don't know if this master plan is gonna work or not. Oh, it's gonna work. I think. Ah. That's space efficient. Let's check my processes out before we go and harvest grass. Why do they have no TMR? What am I missing? I mean, they still have food. It's just I have no TMR. They're eating grass, which is quite poor food for them. Sugar's up and running. I'm not making any flour because I don't need to at the moment. We are full with silage. We haven't started the sugar beet cut yet because I don't have the tool to make sugar beet cuts. Ooh, nice, Kron. Streaming motorcycle stuff or gaming? We're out of sugar, yeah. We'll let that be though, because they will get sugar in no time. And soon the production plant will be able to keep up. Gaming, right. We're missing straw. We won't get any more for this season, so let's stop that. Right, so sugar beet cut, but before that we probably want to harvest some grass. Am I right? Can we do it in this trailer? Probably. You know what, I think people watch whatever you stream. It's not about what you stream, it's about how you stream it and who you are as a person that it dictates if people watch or not. Right, let's leave the trailer and also go in the settings to do that. Yes. Hiya, bear. Are you saying no to giving me a hug or no to leaving? Are you watching? Should we poll? No kisses?
Should mommy kiss daddy?
Can you explain your thinking there, kiddo? Like why viewers would be needed for you to do it? Sort of. I don't think that's what you mean. Like I just don't really understand what you mean. That's what I'm saying. Hello? Pipe out? There we go. We're out of silage additive. Ah, it's gonna be fine. It's not gonna be fine. We can't have that. Now, do we take the pickup? Dude, I remember the pickup being a little bit difficult dealing with. Right. Oh, let's take the pickup. I think for most people that stream, they end up having 0 viewers for years. Unless they already have a community from somewhere else. Sure, for some people they get famous right away. But that's like winning the lottery. I think for most people it's learning how to love your own content. And for most that means realizing what they want to do and why they want to do it. I see people all the time starting to stream in order to make money, quitting their job, like focusing full time. And we humans are very weird, where if it's too easy, we don't care about it. It's got to be the right amount of difficult. Games are a perfect example, where if you put in all the cheat codes, game is probably not going to be as fun. So whether or not it's easy, it doesn't matter. It's about finding a way to make it fun for you and to trick your brain into doing it. Like any normal job can be the most fun or the most boring you can have. The more you say you hate it, the more you will hate it. And the more you say you love it, the more you'll love it. So how do you trick yourself to loving what you do? And what I mean with the whole, like it's easy to dislike any job is, all of my friends that have gotten partnered and started seeing monetary rewards from streaming, and then they quit their jobs, they become worse streamers overnight. Because before, streaming was what they dreamed of doing, and their job is what they hated. So they went to the job and everything just sucked. And then they got to come home and they got to game and stream it, and it was their like fun thing they were doing. When they removed their job from the equation, all of a sudden streaming is arguably the most boring thing they're doing, because it's something they have to do. They have to do it for money, you know? All of a sudden, it's not a voluntary thing, it's a requirement. And they don't have that job to sort of balance your scale of what's fun and what's not fun. And when you don't have that balance, all of a sudden, the most fun thing can become the most boring. I heard PewDiePie say this. He used to love saving up for things. That was to buy a new gaming console or a new pair of shoes. It was so fun. And it gave him this thrill when he finally was able to buy it, when he could afford going to the store and purchasing it. And now that he got so much money, that is no longer the case. Buying things doesn't mean anything. I mean, in the beginning when he was rich, he said that it's fun, you can just go in and buy whatever you want. But now it's like nothing is fun no more. So one thing he does for himself to sort of trick his brain into enjoying the little things is his shoes. He doesn't buy new shoes until they're worn out. And that sort of makes it fun to go and buy new shoes. Like, oh, finally I'm gonna get this nice new shoe. What am I trying to say with this? That humans are weird? Humans are really weird. You gotta be just and entertained enough to want to keep doing it. And we gotta suffer just enough to make fun things fun. Otherwise, why would people stop streaming? Because look at like huge YouTubers, huge streamers, right? You would think, oh, it's so fun because they have huge success financially. They have tons of people chatting. Why do you guys think that when they reach a certain amount of income, where they don't have to worry about money, why would they quit? Oh, to pursue new things, or because it's not fun? And maybe it was fun in the beginning, maybe it was fun growing it, but when they come to the top and they get bored being there, so they quit. I mean, you could argue that, oh, they quit because they want to do other things. Well, that means that other things are more fun, and streaming isn't the most fun you can have. Now you can tell yourself, Kiro, whatever you want, like why you stream and why you don't stream. But I'm not trying to say you're wrong, and I'm sorry if that's how it comes out. I'm arguing to myself and to others, like how to make streaming fun, and how I am making streaming something I care about. To me, it doesn't matter as much as it used to how many viewers I have or how many chatters I have, because that used to be what I wanted, was the interaction and the monetary reward. Whilst now I see streaming as a platform for my future goals, long term, like we're talking 10, 20 years in the future, long term goals. I see streaming as a way to archive my life, to be able to go back and look at a photo album of sorts, but in video form. That part is more true when I do IRL streaming than when I do gaming streaming, because gaming is just pastime, it's just a hobby, right? So when I game stream, it's more about why not share that part, why not stream it. And sometimes you get into these super interesting conversations with other people who also likes the game. That's a big plus. But I mean, I'd sit here and play this game no matter what, you know? I don't play this game necessarily to entertain you, but to entertain me. And I think that's a very healthy way of seeing it. Like, could I change how I play to make it more enjoyable for you? And in what way would that be? Do more play-by-play? Do more silly stuff? Maybe, but that wouldn't make it more fun to me, and I don't think that sacrifice is worth it. Because I don't necessarily think it would make it so much better for you guys. And I don't know what will make it better for you guys. That's very difficult. And the way I'm trying to sort of balance what I stream and don't stream and how I stream is to look at my own content after the fact. And whenever I enjoy looking at it, that's when I'm doing it right. And whenever I don't want to see the stream replay, I'm doing something wrong. And that's, for me, a healthy way of improving myself by being my own worst critic. I wonder if AI can do this, Phil. I don't know how good they are at harvesting grass. And which of my trailers can hold grass? Can I do it in my tandem trailer? Let's do this. Ooh. No. Can this one do it? This one can do it. And the carrot can do it. Let's do it in the big one. Wait, is it up at the field still? Yes. Perfect. And let's drive it down the hill and then offload grass into it. Now that we've had this path through the forest for a couple of months, I can tell you guys how much I love it. It still requires a lot of work. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take down the trees around it. We're gonna harvest them and sell them. And as we do that, we will improve the sort of layout on the road and then replant trees around it. And then the next time that they grow up, it's gonna be glorious. But I believe we're gonna have to do it in that extra step. because right now it's next to impossible to paint the road. Right, this doesn't look too good. Kind of getting stuck in the ceiling. Maybe if we manage to back all the way up. Oop, that would probably miss into the other bay. Alright, we were supposed to dump this in the sugar mill. I remember now. It's so tempting to put it here now. Let's do a tractor swap. Where did I park the 330? Aha! Ooh, it's even freshly washed. The 8RX is fantastic as a tractor, but not for hauling. It's not really a road tractor. I can drive on grass, right, without ruining it. Pretty sure. Wait, which side is the auger offload on? The other side? I have Kiron. Have you done the whole show? Welcome back! Yes, please. I have a cup. My thoughts is that I can't wait for season 3. Hope they make it. So beautiful. I mean, that they're filming it with an Alexa, a mirror, in glorious 4K HDR. Watching it on our TV is just like... You don't get to see a farm up close and personal in that kind of quality. So it's just glorious. It's a lot of fun. And I also think they're depicting the difficulties getting things done with the planning permission, you know. That's very true. I mean, if he gets sacked from Amazon, someone else will do it. If he want to do it, someone will do it. Just look at Top Gear. How long did it take for him to find a new show? So all of my trees around the field have now grown up. Look at this. Look at this forest. This is brand new to me. And since this was planted with the cart you pull behind your tractor, right? It's a little digital looking, like a little. They all are the same kind of thing. But if I do some harvesting and let some of them grow bigger, I think that's gonna all look more natural. Kiron, do you know if the trees will keep growing, or if this is their final form? Like if you look at these trees, these are stock trees. I haven't planted them, and I would imagine that these trees that I have planted, that are small and cute, would grow that much. Like this is just their like second growth stage or whatever, you know. But I don't know if they do. That's 11.6 meters, and this is 25.5. And if that happens, if that will happen automatically, or if I'll have to like thin the forest out for that to happen, which would be kind of realistic, I guess. And all of the trees on my right here, the single row of spruce I planted, and they have grown up. Same here, we have a little grove of trees. I like it. And around this field as well. And these are just productivity trees. They're not meant to be like the most pretty, but they're meant to be productivity. I needed space to plant trees before I bought more fields. Now that I have bought more fields, I have more space for trees than I need, so I might not replant this, but I kind of like it. And the same here, the tree in the roundabout was planted there by accident, but now that it's there, I kind of like it. And here I made a little forest because this field shape was irregular and annoying. So this again, for productivity's sake, very cool looking, if you ask me. Like, I love trees around my fields. Creates such a cozy vibe. But I think I will go in and forest, harvest some of it, and then replace it with a mix of deciduous trees, some leafy trees. So there's not just conifers. And I agree, Kiron, that it would be nice having more episodes for sure. But I also understand him not wanting to spend his entire life doing it, you know? So they probably take a long time to record them. Whoa, I'm getting out of your way. Sorry. I think it's around 5 mil in loans, yeah. This truck is so big. Or trailer, rather. Running at 80% power to pull it on flat ground. And if we do a hill start, I mean, for sure we're going to use all 100%. No? Oh, it's actually only 70. 80, 86. We'll see. I'm gonna unload this wagon, and as we wait, we can check the loan. It's a lot. That's all I know. $5.6. We still have some room for activities, you know. Still fit a barn or two in the budget. Oh, I messed things up, didn't I? Oh shit, how do I get out of this pickle? Oh, like that. Okay, that works. Let's manually harvest the top of the field where it can't turn around. So the reason he can't do this is that he doesn't have space enough to turn around without doing like a 3-point turn, so he just doesn't do it. I installed a mod called Courseplay. I remember that I haven't tried it. I just realized, yeah. Kidon, have you ever tried the mod called Courseplay? CO something course. So, as I understand it, you can program routes. But do you have to program routes? Or does it have an auto feature just like the normal AI does? And then you can go in and modify it. That's what I was hoping for. You're probably right. Cool. Thank you for moving the laundry. Ah. Fantastic. Ja. Shows the current course of the vehicle. Right? Open HUD with mouse. Early, late. Okay. Okay. Automatic repair whilst driving? Don't repair. Stop at 5%. Now you can run empty. Broken threshold? 100% is off. Okay. I mean, you can stop when it's at 5%. Expert mode deactivated. Gamepad friendly activated. Show course on the minimap activated. Action event help. Shows action event in. Okay, let's see what that does. Show info text window activated. Prefer custom fields. Prefer custom fields when there's also a regular field and selected. Yes. Meters, yes. Okay. And that's the editor. And if we press change mode. Okay. 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 How do I start it? Higher AI. Because I mean that's not Courseplay, right? So what would be courseplay? If I use my mouse? Hire worker, Control H. The delete button. Open the GUI. Oh! Ah! Start at. Oh, start custom field recording? Meaning what? That I have to do it myself and it just will remember how I drove? Yikes. That means that I have to do a good job. First waypoint, last point, near point, near. Oh. Right. That makes me feel. Start at first waypoint. First nearest. Because there's nothing I can do. I can't drive. That makes me think I have to. Yeah, like this. Now it's recording a waypoint. And I bet I would have to do that in order for it to just follow it. So it's sort of like programming a route rather than actually making it just do it. But as soon as I've done it the first time, you can just repeat it, right? And I bet you if I dismiss the AI worker and drive manually for a bit, like now when I'm reversing, it is always going to reverse, right? Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't care about direction. Maybe it only cares about the waypoints. But it would mean that when I teach it a field once, in whichever way I want to do it, it will do it that way for eternity. Right, pipe up. Oh, look at how tightly it adds waypoints. Oh my, like 1,000 waypoints. Haha. And then it can be like, oh, you need to reverse, reverse, reverse. And then you can go forward. And I think technically it should do that now. Every time for the eternity of always. And now I'm hiring a in-game AI worker, right? Just so I don't have to drive in a straight line, so I can get this perfectly straight. So I'm gonna ignore this because no, I don't want to save that because I did a poor job at it. But I see the value. I see the idea. I think it's gonna be absolutely fantastic when I set it up for my fields, especially the more complicated field. It's gonna be like a godsend. Just realized how close it was to just total chaos. Yeah. What? Well, and then when I decided to go for the ear, and you didn't let go, but if you would have let go, woo. Okay, what are you doing? Sorry? I accept. Oh. Right. That's not what I wanted to do. That's right. Oh yeah, get on. We could probably make that work. Yeah. Like we've said before, planning ahead of time is not our thing. But we're flexible. I think it will be fine. I think this combo would be better if I had a trailer with a steering axle, like with an axle, you call it an axle, right? When the front wheels pivot, rather than having a drawbar connected to the chassis of the trailer. So this is like a fixed from the hitch to the trailer. It's like a fixed drawbar. But if we had one with either a swiveling drawbar or an axle, then it would be much easier for the combine to turn. I guess this is a bit of an unconventional setup. This machine is sort of meant to be not pulling the trailer at all. I mean, it has the hitch, so it could do it, but I think that's more to pull a hitch than for a head trailer, right? Siri got me some coffee. Not gonna lie, that felt amazing. Let's try it before we go to the next field, just so we know that it works. I am going to reverse a bit, unhook this trailer, oops, unhook this trailer, there we go, and then hire an AI worker. Oh, that would have been too lucky. Let's see how it feels to drive alongside it. Oh shit, that's a long spout. Right, because it's built to have heads that are even wider than that. I'm not complaining, it's a good thing. Just means I don't have to drive as close to the machine. And then this cruise control, we need to take it down to 10 or so, right? Oh, more? 14? Does it harvest 15 kilometers an hour? Looks like it. Or was I not satisfactory in my allowing him to empty his nozzle? Ah, now he's happy. And I bet he could squirt whichever way. So if I don't want to drive in the crop, right, I could just come over to the other side. I think that the pipe on this machine is adjustable if you don't want to drive like 14 meters away from the machine. Why did we stop? Am I too far away? Too close? It looks like it's squirting. I see your point though. Maybe he just wants me to drive behind him more. Then he's happy. I see an obstacle coming up though. Let's see if I can fall in behind him. Aha! Ooh, good question. Good question, Kieran. Do you do seed? I think you do seeds. But potatoes you can do from seed as well. Siri! She's wearing ear protections. This is working quite poorly. Siri,
Yep.
do you know if in an industrial capacity they plant sugar beets and beets, root beets, like they do potatoes from existing crop? Or do they do seeds? Do you know?
Sweet potatoes and potatoes are roots and vegetables.
Yeah?
Those are the kind of plants that contribute their roots, aka you keep growing more roots, right?
Yeah.
That's why you can plant a piece of potato, because that's a piece of the root of the root.
Yeah.
When you stick the beat in the ground is going to walk.
So beet you do from seed, right?
Yeah.
But why do they never plant potato from seed in an industrial capacity? Right, it's just slower.
Yeah, imagine like it's gonna start from that tiny seed. When it first has to grow, it's gonna be tap root and then come up and then come up right?
Mhm.
Gather a bunch of it and then it's gonna start making its first roots.
Yeah.
How tiny is the seed? How big of a potato can you get? How much energy does that potato have?
Mm.
The head start
Mm.
of the potato get and making the potatoes in the season. Right?
Yeah.
So because you can, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's just faster to plant the potatoes than the seeds. Yeah.
Good thing. I mean, you know what? You want to respect little potato fruits.
Mhm.
Remember?
Mhm.
And we took the seeds out. They're like, this is potato seeds.
Mm.
They're like, keep doing it. That's how potatoes.
Is that sort of like how you do garlic and onions from onions rather than from seeds?
Well, garlic, yes. Onions, no. Because the onions, like one red onion will go on. You're going to make more onions shooting off of it in the root, the way a garlic does.
Mm.
Certain, I think certain bulbs do that, but not others.
All right.
The reason why
So garlics, they spread. The cloves sort of explode out and.
yellow onion starters and red onion starters is because they usually don't grow big enough for season.
Right, especially in Sweden.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's more for like a hobby garden.
Mhm.
Yes. I don't like industrial onion. I don't even know if you go onions. Yeah, like we could.
We do.
But I don't know if they do it. They probably do.
I mean, American onions, some of them are like 2-3 times larger than Swedish, assuming that's from a larger growing season. Or they just, or they grow it from starters, yeah.
Starters, you grow from like a whole season, and then over half a season or something, and then you harvest them.
And store them and then plant them again. Mm.
Starters are for lots of
Did you know that, Kiron? That like yellow onions and red onions, you can keep harvesting them and replanting them and harvesting them and replanting them, and every year they grow bigger and bigger and bigger.
I don't know if it's every year, but they might be biennial. Like some biennial plants will grow, they'll survive over winter, and then they'll grow again, and then they'll get their flowers,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll die. The root does not
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether this is for
Mm. Yeah, so carrot, if you plant a carrot seed, you get a carrot like 4 months later. But if you let that carrot stay in ground over winter, it will keep growing next year. So all the green stuff above ground will die over winter, and then it will sprout again for next year. And then it will start growing flowers. And those flowers give seeds. So if you want carrot seeds, you have to let the carrots stay in the ground for 2 years, and they will seed, and you can make new carrots.
We never did harvest the carrot seeds.
We did. I mean, not you, but I did.
Oh, you did? Oh. They're beautiful flowers. Like, I'd do it again just for the flowers.
Oh, absolutely.
They're gorgeous.
But you know what? The wild thing is that they take 2 years, right, to flower. So they require a lot of planning, and I don't know if that's why they're beautiful, or if they're just beautiful because they're beautiful.
I think they're beautiful because they are beautiful.
And they're beautiful when they don't flower as well.
Similar to
Carrots are just beautiful.
They're very large. They're very
Yeah, tall,
fluffy.
tall, stuff, yeah.
I mean, you could go really fix if you wanted to, but
Mm.
but they're good leaves and
Green fertilizer? Green fertilizer plant. I don't know if that's what you call it. I don't know. Don't quote me, chat. You excited about streaming? Or are you excited to stream, rather? Do you have a... like a... no. Okay. Don't even have to ask the question. She knows the answer.
Whatever it is, I don't have it. What do you have? No. I don't have. I have not.
Chat, have you thought about how beautiful trees are in the fall when they're orange and yellow? I see the turning of the leaves being like a flower on a flower. The tree has worked all its year to grow these beautiful leaves, and then they show off their colors, and then they lose all their leaves, sort of die off. Oh, it's so glorious. Life is glorious. Are these trailers of equal size? They are. Well, almost equal size. So I think we're gonna leave this grass and see if we can get one more harvest before we plant the cotton. Cotton, unfortunately, is one of those products that go into ground very early. So we'll see if it will have time to grow. I guess it doesn't have to go in early. Right, because if we look at the schedule, cotton we can plant in March, right? So there's a chance there will be grass growing until then. It doesn't grow after November, or you can't plant it really. It doesn't grow much over winter. So we'll see. In that case, we would have gotten 3 harvests out of that. But it also was winter wheat that was planted. It has that really early harvest. If this was just a cotton field that I put grass into over winter, it would maybe be 2 harvests. But that's worth a lot when you do silage out of it. Well, this is the 3rd load, so 150,000 liters. For a total of 300, at least 300,000 liters on this field. since it's 2 harvests. What have you been up to this month then? Working on the bike? But what else? Clarkson Farm? Right? Siri likes Clarkson Farm too. She didn't watch it with me or anything, but whenever she came by when I was watching, I watched it all yesterday. She came by and got sort of glued into the show. And then she ran away to do... Yeah, she burnt her broccoli twice. Twice. Twice.
I would have burnt twice.
That's what I mean. Twice. Yeah. Now we're going up and do the grass on field 1. This field is so huge. Like, the tractor's big, so you don't really see how big it is, but oh man, it's a giant field. To my knowledge, there's no other trailer that has an auger. But if you don't need the auger, which I do, because I love it, what would be the option? Right. To do chaff and grass. I think it's only that one that does it. Atomic Heart. All right. Trailers that can do grass. That also has a dolly. This one can do it. Grass and chaff. It's a little small though. 12,000 max capacity. But you can link them up. So you can have 2 of these for 24,000 liters. That's not nothing. I mean, technically you can probably have 4 of them if you're brave. This wagon could do chaff and hay, and in the standard it's 8 cubic meters, but also you can link for a total of 16. Funny that that is smaller, whatever. And then you have this one, which I really like as a trailer. It can do 18,000, you can link 2 of them up for 36,000 liters. Now we're starting to get into territory of absolutely usable combos. So 2 of this. Honestly, it could be 1 of this and maybe 1 of the non-articulated. No, it probably needs to be the articulated. The Karat, again, the issue is that they don't have an axle. Pivot point. They don't have a pivot point. This one does grass and silage and fits 18,000 liters and can be hooked up for a total of 36,000 as well. Right. $3,500 crew cab dually with short bed. Do you want one? In game or real life? This is another 1,800. What's the difference? Is this a side tip? Or is that just the mechanism for... I think it's a side tip. Rear tip. And this is... No, I don't know. RL, RP, RA. Then we have this. The power tub. You can also do grass and silage, but it doesn't got a pivot point. No pivot point. TRX, right. This one can't hold chaff, nor silage, nor grass. This one can. Oh, it's the same one, just with auto load, right. No? Dude, this thing is pretty sick. 25. And you can link them for a total of 50. That'd be a sick combo. This thing? I didn't think of that, but I could pull this thing. Right. And you can even paint it in the same color. I did a job for Adidas once, and then they had one of those Dodge Ram Raptors. Yes, they had a Raptor as a sort of like a advertising platform. They had covered it with Adidas graphics and stuff, and we drove it around between the events. And we had a trailer as well, like a 1,000, like a what do you call it? Like 1,000 kilo trailer, right? 1 ton trailer, right? And I swear to you, it was absolutely unnoticeable that you had a trailer on. Like you forgot, to the point where it was dangerous, because if you were overtaking and you weren't looking in your rearview mirror, you could easily have pinched someone off thinking that you passed them, but you hadn't, because you had the trailer on. Like on the highway when I was driving, and the other people were sleeping in the back, right? And I was like cruising at like 140 kilometers an hour or something. And then one of the dudes in the back wakes up like, you remember you have a trailer on, right? That's quite irresponsible to put such an engine in a vehicle. Cause like you're not racing, are you? This one works as well. Huh. I just need to put a dolly on it. I've been meaning to get one of these anyway. And if I have 2 of these, I could definitely just like go in and replace them and cycle them through. Dude, let's see if it's still there. I found a truck yesterday. Not yesterday, but, you know, figuratively speaking, yesterday. See if I can find it. Pain. That's not. Oh. Let me just check a thing. Okay. Display capture. So I don't know how we're gonna find it. No. How can you not allow me to do that? There we go. Haha! I circumvented the need to log in. I needed to give some code from my email. I couldn't be bothered. Cars. So how did I find this vehicle? I think it all started with me realizing that a car older than 1993 is tax-free. I think that's how it started. So if the taxes are already paid for this year, you can buy a 1994. That's the wrong way of doing it. And you will never pay taxes on the car, which is wild. Especially like if you're someone who don't drive a lot, buying a car with a big engine is very expensive, as the taxes per year are based on the vehicle weight and emissions. So like buying a giant V8 pickup truck, for example, you pay so much in taxes that the cost of running it yearly is just insane. But now that you can buy cars older than 94, and it was an automatic as well, and they're tax-free, they become viable, in my opinion. And this was it a Dodge? It was a crew cab with a bed, and it was allowed to load 1.65 tons on the bed. And why is that important? Well, it isn't for most people, but it is for me, because the excavator we have weighs 1.6 ton. And I was like, holy moly, if we have that vehicle, we could haul around the excavator on the bed, not even needing a trailer. So technically you could drive like 120 kilometers on the highway with an excavator on your car. Like, that's just so wild. I mean, I would never do it at that speed, because I mean, you'd have to be pretty silly to drive that fast. Of course it could have been sold as well. It was probably 4-wheel drive. Maybe that could help us find it. And I'm not sure it was automatic, but I think it was automatic. And I'm just thinking that I will remember the picture. But, you know, I'm not sure I will. Yeah, I'll renovate the bed. Make sure it's in good condition for sure. If you're gonna haul. Dude, it would be so convenient though, as I wouldn't even need to take a new license or anything. Like if I want to bring the excavator to my parents' place, just put it on the truck bed and go. Just so easy. And another benefit would be that we could do some jobs with it as well, like the excavator. Now I would need to hire someone to drive it, and that would sort of eat up. Oh, here it is. Look at this thing. Look at it. Oh, it's not dual cab though. But we're 3 people. We can fit in this. So can we get this? Not sure that she would be on board. And also like I don't know how tall it would be. You could always remove the rollover protection on the excavator. And that would make it maybe like this tall, honestly. But with the rollover protection, it's like you'd probably fit under any bridge. I don't know how tall you're allowed to, like how tall a vehicle is allowed to be. And how much it's allowed to stick up over the cab. .5 meters, then we're fine. The free height is 4.5. Is that for a car as well? Because the excavator is 2 meters tall, 2.2. And surely this vehicle itself is not more than 2 meters, so it would work. Oh, anything 4.5 meters. Okay, cool. So this vehicle is just absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. I don't want to know the fuel consumption, but I mean, it's bound to be a lot. It's the same age as me. Oh, it's only 2-wheel drive. It will get stuck everywhere. This is the impressive thing. Load capacity 1650. Absolutely wild. I wonder if that would be allowed though with my driver's license, because what's its own weight?
Thanks for the sub!
Zerfirm subscribed. Good morning.
Good morning, Surfer. I don't know, but I think 3.5 ton is the maximum weight if you have a modern driver's license. Like my parents, I think they're allowed to drive 4.5, 5 tons if the vehicle combo is allowed to do it. But I think with new licenses it's 3.5 tons. Do you know, Kiron? Meaning that the total weight of this, does the truck weigh 2.8 tons? But that's loaded. Is that with this included? Because that would mean the truck weighs 1.2 tons. So that the truck must surely weigh more than 1.2 ton. Maybe it doesn't do. Does it have a license? No. What does a Ford F350 weigh? 2 tons. Yeah, so probably... I don't know. I actually don't know. If this is wet weight or whatever. Plus it's a... Yeah, so maybe the vehicle can do it, but I can't do it on my license. So this wouldn't work anyway. Plus... I don't know if I would want this as my vehicle. If it was a double, like a crew cab, maybe. But I'm not sure since it's a single. How sick is it that you can buy a car like this? And it's like cheap as fucking insurance because it's a veteran vehicle. because it's older than 20 years. Absolutely wild. So it's like no tax, no yearly vehicle tax, and yeah, cheap insurance. Wild. Wait, is it 20 years? Is it 20 years? Or is it... Why? No, it's 30 years. No, never mind. 30. Sorry. 30. Yeah. That's just me being like, wait a minute. No, it's 30 years. So, 93. Anything... anything older than... I said 20, so sorry. It's my fault, Surfer. But like this one, for example, that's more than 30 years because it's 92. And if you buy a car manufactured 1994, but the taxes are already paid for this year, then it's tax-free for you. That's why this search string that I'm running is for 94. Like, I wonder what the tax on something like this is per year. I would guess $400. I guess we could figure that out. If we go like an SL 600 or something. From 95. Because then we know it has taxes. 500 is close enough. And I guess the SL... I think it's better doing a S600. Because that weighs more. And that is an S-Class, basically. 1990. And we don't want a newer, because newer might have different emissions, meaning it would be cheaper. So something like in the mid-90s. Like that. And then a 600. They don't make it in 600. Yeah, but it's tax-free. That's the nice thing. Because of the age. Let's do all vehicles then, and then search for 600. Or maybe it's an AMG to get a 600. Oh, it's still a V8. Okay, let's go here and then do V12. See if we can get something in this age. No. If we go newer. No. Remove that entirely. Since this one, right? Since this doesn't have tax, I don't think we can see what it used to be. Yeah. No tax information. Though I don't think like that it's a V12 necessarily makes it more tax than if it was a V8. It's emissions and weight. Here we have an S600. Does it have it specified so I can just copy paste? Thank you. I love when they do that. Let's guess 4,000. Oh, 5,728 crowns. Woohoo! So yeah, like this is not to mention the consumption. What is that? 1.4, but that's mixed. And the way we drive, it's highway for everything, right? So it would be over like 1.1 liter. Or 11 liters per 100 kilometers, right? That's quite a lot. But it would be tax-free if it was old enough, right? If it was a 94 or older. So that they are tax-free matters a lot. A lot. Which is why it's interesting to see cars getting 30 years old, so the emissions doesn't matter no more. The Q7 with a 6-liter, is that a diesel, the V10 diesel? What search is prohibiting me from finding it? Surely they must have a... Oh. What do you think the tax will be? Take a guess. Take a guess, chat. Could it be $1,000 a year? That didn't work. I think it could be $1,000 a year. They removed the license plates. Is that because they don't want people to know how expensive it is in taxes? Let's do this then. See if there's any other... No vehicles in Sweden with it. Q7 V12 TDI. And then we add Sverige. And maybe we can find a picture of one. Yes. And that is Q7. Do we have a better picture? D7. 367. $500 horsepower. Oh, it's an imported vehicle. The press vehicle? Because I presume this is a press vehicle. Imported. Oh yeah. Let's see then. What is the taxes? $1,100. Right. That's nothing. It's free. I don't think there's any V10 diesels. Oh, that's not how you do it. Probably not how you do it either, but I don't think there's any for sale. No, just V6s. I don't think that's the V10. I think this is the V10, but not Swedish. That is definitely the V6. Let me show you, because I recognize that car. That's the V8. Haha. Is that for sale though? I wouldn't think it was. I mean, it's not listed on Blocket, for sure. Wow. Wowee. Whew. That's good, Surfer. That's really cheap. Maybe we could just add tax. What? Right. That's free. Wait, if this car would be sold new in 2021, the tax would have been 32,500. I mean, if they were to make this engine as is and put it in a brand new car, the taxes would be 32,550 crowns a year. Wowee. Because I mean, 308 grams of carbon dioxide per kilometer is not okay today. Especially with what, 300 horsepower. Look at this, more than 130. Yep, it definitely has more than 130. Oh, is it getting even worse next year? 2022? Yeah, it's getting worse. 300 horsepower. So what if we take okay, this is interesting. If we look at a brand new car with about 300 horsepower, preferably diesel. Let's see if we can do that. Diesel and with more than 300. And then max 2 years old. Does that exist? Nope, the other way around. It does exist. It does exist. Okay, so what's the taxes on this car? A Mercedes. 5,500. Because what was the carbon emissions? 207? So wait, in almost 20 years time, since the Phaeton engine was created, right? We have gone with the same amount of power. We have only decreased it with 100 grams. That's 30%. That's not a lot. So 30% emission decrease. Is it similar on the petrol side of things? How do we check that? Let's say it has to be at least from the 90s with 300 horsepower of petrol. Does that exist? Again, I did it wrong. It can't be newer than 90. Right. Does these have 300 horsepower? Right, they do. Okay. But they're American. I almost don't want to check it just because it's American. You know, American cars are kind of, you know, they are what they are. Is there no European? A Porsche. Let's check that. Let's check that. Its emissions are unspecified. Did it not have to specify it or what? Okay, let's check some other car. Only 5,600. All right. That's next to free. A Jensen Interceptor. Do you have the license plate number? No? Do I have to do it manually? Oh, it doesn't really show. Can we zoom in on the inspection papers? No. 545 and then NKU. 545. Haha. Okay. Oh, I had too much fun. Chat, it's been fun. If you want to, you can go and check out Siri's stream. She'll be live in an hour or so over at twitch.tv/Siri. This address here. I'll post it in chat if you want to. I'll post it in chat if you want to. Oh, stop. Stop. You can go and look at her stream. She'll be singing and playing music. Boop. Thank you for being here. And catch you next time. Bye.